morning. Good morning. I'm just in the airport waiting for my flight back to New York. It's been a good weekend. It's been a busy weekend. I am ready to get to my routine, get back to my routine. Good morning, Rory. How are you doing? Sitting here at the airport. Thank you. Appreciate that. Morning, Chai. Have you all seen the interview with Michael and Tiffany? So I think that I've seen parts of 5 or 6 Michael interviews, and that's a lot. If you've seen one or two of them, oh, which part of PA are you in, Rory? PA is a pretty huge state, so I don't know if I was anywhere near where you're from. Currently, I'm at Baltimore Airport. I didn't really get to spend Philly. Oh, so you're close by me. I was just in Philly 2 to 3 weeks ago. No, maybe 4 weeks ago. Philly's a good hour and a half, hour and 45, depending on what time I leave. I like Philly aside from the Philly fans. They're ruthless. Anyways, yeah, I've seen like parts of 5 or 6 Michael interviews. Yeah, yeah, Shy. Yeah, people were telling me to post up different videos of what I was doing for the weekend, so that's the reason why I took the videos. Glad you enjoyed seeing the scenery and all that. So this interview with Michael was about 2 hours, and I feel like the majority of it was just her warming him up for the one or two main questions that everyone wanted to see. Because we know everything. Rory, you might not have been on when I was telling this story, but I went to game 1 of the Toronto Philly basketball series this past playoffs. And I came in my Raptors jersey, and I didn't think that was a big deal. It was a huge deal in Philly. I've worn other jerseys to other arenas before, but never got that kind of treatment. It was pretty crazy and scary at times, but I held my own, I guess. People threatened to do that, Rory. That didn't actually happen, but more than one person, more than one group of people told me that they wanted to do that. So I was on edge. I was on edge for the whole game. And we lost to add insult to injury. Anyways, but off of that side topic, yeah, Tiffany was, I feel like, trying to warm him up to answer the main question that everybody wants to know, which was about his comments. I shouldn't even say the main thing everyone wants to know, the main thing everyone wants him to admit to, which is that he didn't really say too much about the All-White Alliance thing when it actually happened. And then he used it as a game move. to get Kyle out of the game at a convenient time for him to get Kyle out of the game, and actually to save Taylor, which people point out, but not to save Taylor due to him thinking the comments are so wrong, but to save Taylor because Taylor was part of his alliance. She was his number 2 after Brittany. So yeah, so basically she said to him, I have a question for you, and if you answer this question correctly and honestly and transparently. Yeah, I watched Terrence's interview. Yeah, I had a review of Terrence's interview too. So, but yeah, she said, I have a question for you, and if you answer this right, you're not gonna have to. I'm not gonna have follow-up questions, and you're also not gonna have to keep getting asked the same thing every interview that you do. So the question was basically about if it was a game move or if it was for morals that he revealed about the all-white alliance thing at that time. So he gave a long babbling answer, but the end result was him saying, he answered it like a lawyer, as people were saying in my comments. So he said, obviously, I knew the implications that saying that would have. I knew that it would mean Kyle was out of the house. Yes, I did want Kyle to be out of the house. So it benefited me in the short term, but I will not accept that it was only a game move. It's also because I felt a way about the comments. And he was like, I know people are not going to believe that, and I don't care, but... And then she was asking... An interesting part was that she was asking him why he told Monty and Taylor and then had them tell Terrence, instead of just telling all 3 of them or telling Terrence himself. And I don't know, I think he was kind of intimidated to tell Terrence, to be honest. Terrence is a different type of dude. And I really question what kind of conversations that they had in that jury house. And I hate to have to say but if I get that interview with Indy that I'm supposed to be getting, hopefully I can ask her and get some insights. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it. It's just I have a little bit of time before my flight, so needed something to do. I said, why not throw up a review? It's been a while. It's only been, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is day 4, and I have still been somewhat active on the page, making posts, but I have not been doing lives because, yeah, out of town. Cloudy outside. I think it rained a little bit. What time is it? It is 9:47. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to my routine, get back to the gym, get back to my schedule. It's been a busy weekend, so I thought that I was going to be productive and get things done. I was productive. I helped my sister move from Canada to Maryland, which was quite a task. And I found time to visit my friends on Friday, visit my grandma on Saturday, do a little bit of sightseeing on the road. That's why you saw me at Niagara Falls. That was when we had just crossed the border. No, it's like I think 60s, Shy. I think it's in the 60s here, which is not cold to me. I thought, oh, is it cold in Canada? No, it was actually about the same temperature there in New York as it was there. Typically, it is much colder in Canada than New York, but this particular weekend that I was there, it wasn't bad at all. It was actually pretty warm. High 60s and sunny, which is unusual for this time of year. Hey, Aston Martin. We're live here from the airport in Bmore, Baltimore. I got maybe 20 to 30 minutes before boarding.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Next flight, ILG 812 is flight number 1048, service to Malta, continuing to Nashville. Boarding starts at half an hour before departure time is open to seating aboard the aircraft. You are allowed to carry on items, one that fits in overhead, one small and underneath your seat. If you have more
Yep, it's been a good weekend. I was supposed to actually be back in New York yesterday, but it took us a little time to get to where we were going on the road. So I spent an extra day in Maryland. I don't even remember the name of the town to tell you where in Maryland, but now I'm at Baltimore Airport. How you doing, Aston Martin? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing well other than being a little tired. But yeah, my takeaways, my main takeaways from that interview was just Michael's gonna Michael. I think that Michael was willing to do anything in the game to win the game. So when it came to Tiffany asking him about Britney, he said there was never a situation about the Britney thing that he said when he was on the block with her. He said that there was never a situation that called for him to be that ruthless. But he said in a game, he's ruthless, he's competitive, he does whatever it takes to win. I respect that. When it comes to what he said about Britney, to be honest with y'all, I respect it. I wouldn't have done it myself. That's not the type of game I would have played. But I respect him admitting that and saying, like, I'm ruthless in a game. So the thing was, I remember watching him on the live feeds the night before, and I remember him getting really mad because he was like telling Britney, he was like, Kyle won't look me in the eye. And I guess from different interviews I've heard, thank you, Aston Martin. I guess from different interviews I've heard, they say that when somebody is trying to evict you from the Big Brother house, they generally don't talk to you, they avoid you, they avoid eye contact with you. And he was saying that that's what Kyle was doing on the live feeds. He said that to Britney. Then he had that moment where he went into his room and he was like, I've got dirt on you, Kyle. I'm basically, he was mad that Kyle, he felt at that point Kyle had turned on him, and he was like, I got dirt on you. If I'm going down, you're going down with me. He wasn't sitting here and saying, I have to tell my friends, I have to warn my friends, I have to save Monty and Taylor, blah, blah, blah. He said, if I'm going down, you're going down with me. clearly he had a vendetta against Kyle. And I felt like when Kyle told him that, he was like, let me put this card in my back pocket for a rainy day. And the rainy day was Brittany being on the block and Taylor being on the block. And then also the whole stuff that happened with the split house twist and the fact that he knew that he was being targeted. By the way, Aston Martin, my weekend was action-packed. A lot of work, a lot of fun. Yeah, this flight is my last stretch, and then I'm going to be back in New York. I'm going to do my reapplication again for my page to be monetized November 6th. I don't see a reason why it should not be. I've reached all the metrics that they asked for. The 4,000 watch hours, the 1,000 subscribers to the page, and no community strikes. That's what they asked for. The reason that they denied my page twice was because they said lack of original content, and that was due to, I think, all of my Big Brother videos, my live feeds. So as y'all could see, I deleted like 95% of those. I've been making my own lives. I still meet the requirements. I still have the views. I still have the views. I still have the subscribers. So attempt number 3 should be successful. And things are changing in my life to where I'm probably going to be trying to do these more regularly and more scheduled. Should be good. I enjoy doing this. Yeah. So that's about it. Thank y'all for hopping on. And I'll see you on the flip side.